Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it? Worked it? Logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio with Neil Rapp. Here we go. Welcome to Ham Talk Live. Call in, let's talk. Neil's your guy. Ham Talk Live. Here we go on Ham Talk Radio.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's time for Ham Talk Live, episode number 238, December YOTA Month 2020, recorded live on Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight, we're joined by Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO, and we'll take your calls live in just a few minutes. Last week was Thanksgiving, and I took the week off. I hope you enjoyed the holiday, but on the last episode of Ham Talk Live, Rob Sherwood, NC0B, was here to take your questions and also talk about the performance data from the new ICOM IC705. So if you missed that show, listen anytime at hamtalklive.com or on your favorite podcast app or over on YouTube. And you can catch the rebroadcast of Ham Talk Live on WTWW every Saturday afternoon at 5085 a.m. That's a.m. as in the a.m. band, 5085 a.m. And the time on that is about 3:30 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. So get your questions ready to go if you're listening to us live on Thursday night. We'll give you a chance later on to call in. I'll give you the phone number so you can have it ready to go. It's 859-982-7373. Again, the phone number, 859-982-7373, and you can tweet us. It's at Ham Talk Live on Twitter, and I'll be back with Bryant after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
Thank you for a lovely dinner.
Aren't you going to ask me in to solder some PL259s?
Well, I do have some from Tower Electronics.
How can I refuse?
Consider the sophisticated quality of PL259s from Tower Electronics. From soldering supplies to adapters, connectors to cables, and all types of connectors, Tower Electronics has the parts you're looking for.
Well?
Just one more connector? You know I love your PL259s.
Then by all means, take some with you.
Don't be caught without PL259s. Visit Tower Electronics at a Hamfest near you, or visit them online anytime at pl-259.com or call 920-435-2973. They also have ham sticks, mobile antennas, and meters too. See the whole catalog. Go to pl-259.com. Tower Electronics, the ham's dime store since 1978.
Running barefoot is for the beach. We're cranking 1.5 trillion nanowatts right here on Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Thanks to Scott and Jill at Tower Electronics for sponsoring the show tonight. And they still have some Hamfests on the schedule. You'll want to check and make sure that they have not been postponed or canceled. But right now, as it stands, Ocala, Florida this weekend, December 4th and 5th. Plant City, Florida, December 11th and 12th. The Tailgate in Orlando on January 16th. Arcadia, Florida, January 23rd. Dalton, Georgia, February 27th. But doesn't matter, COVID or not, you can visit them anytime at pl-259.com. Well, welcome back to Ham Talk Live tonight. Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO, joins us on the Orlando Amateur Radio Club and Hamcation Zoom line. And Bryant is a 16-year-old ham that's a past winner of the Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Memorial Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award. Bryant's a member of the Montgomery, Alabama Amateur Radio Club, the Alabama Contest Group, the Georgia Contest Group, and CW Ops, just to name a few. He was a participant in the 2018 World Radio Sport Team Championships in Germany and a member of the 2017 and 19 Dave Coulter Youth DX Adventures. And he was the YOTA Month coordinator for Youth on the Air in the Americas last year and has graciously taken on that job again this year after a fine job last year. So, Bryant, welcome back to the show, and it's been like forever since I've seen you.
That is a fact, but not much we can do about it. But it's great to be here on Ham Talk Live to talk about a really exciting event here, or an international event. So I guess we'll jump into it.
Yeah, we will. And, we've already got 2 or 3 days in the books and well on track here. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But you've done some excellent work getting the plans made and started a little earlier this year and was able to raise the numbers up some. So we'll talk about that. But first, let's kind of take a look back at last year. Now, the YOTA Month, tell us a little bit about what YOTA Month is. And tell us how things went last time around, because that was your first run at being the coordinator for the Western Hemisphere.
Sure. So YOTA Month is it's Youngsters on the Air Month, and the idea originally started in Europe with the YOTA Region 1 group, and they were very successful with December YOTA Month for quite some time. And last year, some operators in Region 2 decided that they wanted to mix in and join the fun. And so we picked up some special event call signs. They were all 1x1s because we can't have the YOTA suffixes like our friends in Europe can. But we had a lot of fun, and the results were absolutely amazing. Internationally, YOTA Month stations made over 120,000 QSOs in the month of December. And I'm hearing reports that during December 2019, that was the solar minimum, and I think that just makes it more impressive. We had 18 youth from Region 2, and they made 12,467 QSOs on all modes and did really cool things with the special call signs like Operate Satellite Passes and even a few contests such as the Canada Day Winter Contest and ARRL 160 meters CW contest and a few others. But it was a great time and it was a great success.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the numbers. I just kept watching the numbers as the month went on, and to know that the first year that we've made a significant contribution to YOTA Month, which I should say, a couple of the Lee family girls were in on this even the year before. They were in 2018, but to get a bigger group together and the first big group to do this in 2019 just really scored big, and we're looking for even better things this year. And I know that you've made a few tweaks to the system to try to improve on that. So what is your goal for this year, and what's going to be a little bit different from last year?
So what's going to be different from last year is I've made the schedules for all the operators more flexible. I set up a Google document for all 4 call signs. Our 4 call signs here in the United States for YOTA Month are K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A. And we weren't able to get as many people involved in the special event last year due to just a lack of time, but we learned this year and jumped on the curveball early and started recruiting operators much earlier in advance. And we pulled a lot of operators from the YOTA Camp list and a few other sources. And we have right now 26 operators from the United States that are scheduled to use these U.S. YOTA Month special call signs at some point during December. There's really no set schedule for who will use it when because it's pretty variable. Operators can sign in for which days they want to operate. It's very customizable, and you never know who you'll talk to with one of the special event call signs, so be sure and just ask who the operator is. You might be surprised. It could be a good friend. And the goal this year internationally is to again reach 100,000 QSOs for a second year in a row. And I think with the current ban conditions now and the recent conditions that were in CQ Worldwide CW, that a 100,000 QSO tally is very, very possible.
Well, I was reading along on Telegram on the Region 1 YOTA group, and they've been kind of looking at the numbers already. I know we're only 3 days in, but I know Philip mentioned that they were about 500 contacts ahead of the goal if you split it up, by 30 days and how many contacts that would take. They're actually a little bit ahead of schedule already. So hopefully that will continue as the month goes on. And of course, it seems like right around Christmas, it seems like there's a big upsurge in the number of contacts as the month winds down and the year winds down.
Yes.
It seems like the numbers go up. So if we're already on target, then I think this could work out really well.
I definitely think so too. Looking at the statistics page on the YOTA Month website, just 3 days into the event, we have over 13,000 QSOs logged. So I think that's really awesome. And to all the viewers listening right now, we can't reach our goal without you. So we just simply need you to turn on your HF radio and look for some YOTA call signs, which we'll talk about how to hunt for shortly.
Yeah, actually, let's do that now that you mention it, because we've made it easy to find these YOTA stations. So tell us how you can find those YOTA stations and what call signs to look for and when they should be looking.
So basically, any call sign that has the suffix YOTA, any station that has the suffix YOTA is a YOTA Month station, and it is operated by somebody under the age of 26. Here in the United States, like I said, the call signs are K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A. And if you are interested in trying to work the stations easily, you can go onto DX Summit and create a filter for your search. And the way you do that is by going into the search bar and typing the percent symbol first and then YOTA. And so that will eliminate all other call signs except for the stations that have the suffix YOTA, and then you can simply type in the other call signs for the Americas. That would be K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A. And all of these operators around the world are very eager to contact you, and so we greatly appreciate any and all calls.
And to make it even easier than that, we've created a special link that will put in the percent sign and YOTA and the K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A, one of those little short URLs, it's bit.ly /DYM stations, I think it is, but I don't know. I just always go to youthontheair.org, and it's right there on the front page of youthontheair.org. You just click on the, click here to find YOTA stations, and it will automatically take you to DX Summit and put those filters in and pull those up. We also have that pinned on the Youth on the Air Facebook and Twitter pages. And it's out there on Instagram too, but Instagram doesn't do links very well, so it's there. But we've got that link plastered all over the website and Facebook and Twitter on Youth on the Air, and you just click that, and it'll send you right to it and put those filters in, and you'll be able to find who is on where and what frequency they're on, and they're on really all the time. Now, the Europe stations are on earlier in the day, obviously, because of the time difference, but I've been seeing some of the U.S. stations on just about all hours of the day.
Yes, we do have some operators that like to stay up later. I've seen as late as like 06 Zulu, and right now it looks like most of the concentration of activity for at least the U.S. call signs is on SSB and FT8 and FT4. But I'm sure we'll get on CW as the month goes on. But, yeah, great start to the event. It's going to be a great time, and I'm really optimistic.
Now, most countries actually allow more than 3 letters in the suffix, and the U.S. seems to be the one that doesn't do that. So it's kind of weird to have, you learn all these, what's a legal call sign in the U.S., and, you don't have those 4-letter call signs. And in fact, in Australia for a long time, they used that for, the initial license. You got a 4-letter call sign suffix, and then you could upgrade to getting a 3-letter one. So that YOTA ending is in just about every country but the U.S. I haven't looked to see if there are any others that don't do it, but I haven't found one yet. So, and the reason for the 8 call signs is because our camp, the YOTA camp, is going to be held in the 8th call district. So that's why we picked it last year. And of course we had to postpone the camp a year. So we're still going to be in Ohio. So that's why we picked the 8s for the call signs. But K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A will be on just everywhere. Different bands, different modes. I know I'm presuming Ruth is probably our satellite person, but and maybe Case, he gets on satellite a lot. But even on satellites, you should be hearing some of those 1-by-1 call signs. So be listening for them and work them. One other change this year is the QSL information, because when you work 129,000 stations, that's a lot of QSLs to handle. So I know they have changed the QSLing process. So tell everybody about the new QSL process, and also how to get the award certificates for YOTA Month.
So in order to get QSLs, you can find more information at the website, which is events.ham-yota.com/QSL info. But do not, one specific instruction or request that was provided to us from the European organizers was to not have stations send QSL cards directly to the QSL manager, but instead request them online via the club log OQRS system. Again, like Neil, you were saying, it's a lot of QSLs to handle when you make 129,000 QSOs, and so I'm sure the mailbox was just overpiling. It must have just been insane how many QSL cards the manager got. But again, to solve that problem, we're just going to do completely online virtual QSL request. And again, that's through the Club Log OQRS system. And if you have questions, you can always email me or Neil or the European organizers, and we can get you more details. And as far as awards go, that is also on the website, but I'll go into some specifics about that. It's a point system, and the way that points are achieved is you get 2 points for every new YOTA station you work, and 1 point for every new band slot. So if you worked K8Y on 40 meters CW, you would get 2 points for working K8Y as a new station and 1 point for working them on 40 meter CW. But if you worked K8Y again, but on 40 meter phone, you would only get 1 point for just getting them on a different band slot and such. So that's basically how the award system works. And it appears right now that the awards request system is not available. But of course, it is only 3 days into the event, and I would just recommend to everybody to just stay tuned to the website for more details as they come along.
Yeah, and there's different levels that you can get, so you don't have to, have hundreds and thousands of points to get one of the certificates. There are some that are very easily obtainable, so. And you can just download those, and you've got them instantly. So be sure to take a look at that. And, of course, all this information about awards and QSLs and all that can be found at both the ham-yota.com website, which is the website for the organizers, and we also have that posted on our website at youthontheair.org. And then also you've put all this information into our QRZ.com pages for those U.S. call signs as well.
Yes, all the information for QSLing and awards is on our QRZ pages.
So you can take a look at those and see where you're at. And the logs are getting uploaded pretty much daily, so you should be able to take a look and see if you're in the log. So that's what's going on with YOTA Month. So we'll take some questions from you all. The phone number, again, is 859-982-7373. You can tweet us at Ham Talk Live. And I'll be back with Bryant to do just that right after this word from ICOM America, right here on Ham Talk Live. Ham for the holidays. ICOM's new ID52A and IC705 give hours of fun and enjoyment working your favorite bands this holiday season. ICOM's newest handheld amateur radio is the ID52A. Larger radio, larger color display, and louder audio. This VHF-UHF digital transceiver is much more than just a replacement for the ID51, but also a new way of communicating. This color display is 2.3 inches for exceptional viewability, and the audio is 80% louder. This multifunction dual-band D-Star transceiver supports DR mode for easy access to local repeaters based on internal GPS information, as well as terminal and access point modes. The ID52A also has Bluetooth for audio and data control, providing improved mobility and control. And for the first time in the amateur radio industry, you can now send photos from a connected Android device. Other features include wideband receiver with a guaranteed range of 144 to 148 and 440 to 450 megahertz. VHF on both bands, UHF on both bands, and one of each with the dual DV mode. Integrated GPS with grid square locator, micro SD card slot, micro USB for data transfer, programming, and charge, and it's IPX7 waterproof. The ID52A is the perfect companion to the IC705. Both use compatible batteries and headsets, and you can use the same Android app for D-Star operation. The IC705 is the perfect sidekick for hams that like to enjoy what both the great indoors and outdoors have to offer. It's the perfect QRP companion. Base station features and functionality at the tip of your fingers in a portable package covering HF, 6 meters, 2 meters, and 70 centimeters. This compact rig weighs in at just over 2 pounds with RF direct sampling for most of the HF band and IF sampling for frequencies above 25 megahertz. It has a 4.3-inch touchscreen with live band scope and waterfall, 5 watts with the battery BP272 or 10 watts with a power supply, sideband CW, AM, FM, and full D-Star functions with a touchscreen, micro USB connector, Bluetooth, wireless LAN, integrated GPS and GPS logger, a micro SD card slot. The speaker mic HM243 comes standard and supports QRP operations. And the perfect accessory for the 705 is the optional backpack LC192 with a special compartment for your IC705 and room for accessories for soda activations or a day in the park, and it's shipping now. Visit icomamerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
Join the conversation. Give us a call at 859-982-7373. Again, the number to call is 859-982-7373. Or, if you'd rather type than talk, tweet us at Ham Talk Live. Now, here's Neil Rapp with more Ham Talk Live.
Here's the snap. Rapp takes the rig. He breaks through the pileup. He's on 80. Now 40. Now 20. 15. 10. 2 meters. Touchdown. Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. We're on the air every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at hamtalklive.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thanks to ICOM America for sponsoring the show. And now it is time for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week with N9 GSU.
Now it's time for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week, the part of the show where Rick tells us a ham radio joke. The Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week is brought to you by QRM Labs. Now, here's Rick Garrett in N9 GSU with today's Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week.
I went to the wedding of 2 Ringo Rangers yesterday. The ceremony was kind of boring, but the reception was excellent.
This has been the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week with Rick Garrett in N9 GSU. Tune in again next week for another joke from Rick.
I'm not sure if those are getting better or worse as we go on. Thank you so much, Rick. And we'll have another one next week. We'll see what Rick comes up with on the Joke of the Week with N9 GSU. Well, it's time to take your calls. If you have a question for Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO, give us a call right now at 859-982-7373, or you can tweet us at Ham Talk Live. And if you're listening to us on WTWW or on the podcast edition, you won't be able to reach us since we're doing this live on Thursday night. Again, the phone number, though, 859-982-7373. So give us a call right now, and we'll get you on here on the show. We've got a little bit more time here with Bryant, so we'll talk about YOTA Month. So I know we're only 3 days in. Have you been on the air yet? And if not, when are you scheduled to be on?
So I have not made any QSOs yet. Unfortunately, I've been a bit busy wrapping up some studies. But I am looking forward to getting on the air towards the end of the month when I have a little bit of a break. And I think I'm going to run the K8A call, Kilo 8 Alpha, for a day or two. But it's been really exciting to watch the other really talented youth operators do their thing. I was just looking at the statistics, and it looks like K8Y almost has 2,000 contacts logged, so very impressive.
Holy cow.
By those guys. Another cool thing I heard, W3MLJ, who was running K8Y the first night, or the first day of YOTA Month, he was doing SO3R, Single Operator 3 Radio, on FT8 and maybe FT4. And he made 930 QSOs during his shift, so very impressive. And yeah, the numbers are showing.
Wow, that's impressive, running 3 at once. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess you haven't had a chance to work any of the YOTA stations elsewhere, but let's talk a little bit about some of the other stations besides just the ones in the U.S., which we're kind of partial to, but there are some others out there.
Oh yes, definitely. I tried to work a few today, but I think I turned on too late. Most of the Europeans had QRT'd for the night. But it looks like the German station, I think that's being captained by Philip DK6SP, and that call sign is DB0YOTA, and they have a very high QSO number with almost 1,500, so they're doing a fantastic job. And I'm thinking the prime times for catching these YOTA stations are in the afternoons on the low bands. That's why I'm seeing a lot of spots, a lot of data come in, and of course, on the high bands, morning is prime time for Europe and elsewhere. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a station from New Zealand. I know last year they were ZL6YOTA, and that was, I think, Xenia ZL4YL. Made a few Qs with that call, but I'm not sure where else besides Europe that there's YOTA stations. But I do know Africa, 7X2 and 7X3 YOTA are making a lot of Qs. I saw a lot of spots for them on 15 meters today. So all I can recommend is just keep an eye on the cluster and keep the radio turned on, and good things will happen.
Yeah, and you can probably pick up a few new countries too if you don't have a whole bunch. It's a good chance to rack up a few of those European countries, especially. So take a look at the spots. Again, we've got a link right there on youthontheair.org. If you look at the YOTA Month logo, right under there's a link there that says to find YOTA stations, click here, and you can find where everybody is. Well, you're big into the contesting. You've been to WRTC and the whole bit, and so how's contest season going? We're right in the thick of it. So we've had CQ Worldwide and sweepstakes and on sideband and CW. How's things going?
It's been a very interesting contest season, especially since the conditions have picked up. I wasn't able to play much in the CQ Worldwide sideband contest, but from what I heard from friends, it seems like 10 meters and 15 meters were a fun bands to play on. But I recently competed in a CQ Worldwide CW from my home station, and it was an absolute blast. It was actually the first time that I've been able to run Europe on 15 meters from my home station, which is just a spider beam at like 50 feet and a few wire antennas. So that was really exciting and very encouraging. And I think my next contest, I might try some RIDI this January. I know that, and they have the NAQP RIDI and the RIDI Roundup. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't played in a lot of RIDI contests so far, but I'm looking forward to getting my radio interfaced and the MMTTY software all hooked up. So just try something new this contest season. I'm again very enthusiastic about the upswing in conditions. I think it'll provide some interesting surprises.
859-982-7373 is the phone number if you'd like to call in and ask a question or a comment for Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO, the YOTA Month coordinator for the Western Hemisphere over here in the Americas. And Bryant, I know you talked about you've got 26 operators scheduled so far. Are you looking for some more operators? Do you have some open spots available? What's going on with that if we've got some young people out there who want to participate?
Oh, definitely. Another goal for this year is to get more people involved in the special event. So if there are any young people listening under the age of 26 that would be interested in operating one of the special call signs for a day or two, or maybe even more than that, you can always reach out to me. My email, kg5hvo@awrl.net, and I'd be happy to work with you. We do have a few open slots, but We have, again, a great team, operators on both coasts. Levi K6JO from California has us covered there, and the Lee family has covered south, and we have Kyle W2SOX from New York. He's going to operate some from up there, and again, another station from the northern area of the country is Case W0AAE. He might do some remote stuff. So again, good crew, good mix. Looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see some of the new faces this year as well, because we're expanding that out. So if you are interested and you're under 26 years old, why get a hold of us and we'll see what we've got available. But I know that your new scheduling system, last year it was kind of, everybody took a week. And now by doing it day by day, we're really trying to get people on and keep them on continuously, or more continuously than last time.
Yes, definitely.
All right, let's see. Amir says, "You are my idol." So thanks for that. Oh, I'm not sure if he's talking to you or me. I'm assuming he's talking to you. So let's see here. 859-982-7373 is the phone number, and we're going to finish up here just a little bit. But YOTA Month will be going all rest of the year. So, get on, get some contacts, and work some young people. And this is a great chance for some young people to show ham radio to their friends. Of course, in COVID season here, that may be a little tougher to do, but there's always FaceTime and Zoom and all that kind of thing. Right. So, it is a good time to get youth involved and let youth know that there are young hams out there that are doing this stuff.
Yes, and that's exactly what the point of the special event station is, and just a special event in general, is to promote youth and amateur radio. Well,
let's look ahead a little bit, and then we're going to finish up here. Again, 859-982-7373. We'll make this the last call for the phone calls. 859-982-7373. So in about 7 months, we're going to try this again. We're going to try to have this camp and get a lot of these young people together, and we'll be running W8Y for that week. So, talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to with the camp next summer, which hopefully we'll be in good shape and be able to pull that off this year.
Right. Yeah, the idea of the camp is really awesome. I was really looking forward to it last summer, but some things are out of our control. But what I'm most looking forward to is just getting to meet a lot of new friends, create some new relationships, share some ideas. The camp idea has been very successful in Europe, and they've had some really successful outcomes. So it'd be really awesome to see that come into play here in North America. And the W8Y special event, that's going to be really cool, using some really fine radios from ICOM, and using the great antenna system that the Westchester Amateur Radio Club has over there at the WC8 VOA station near Cincinnati. I've operated there once before, and very impressive setup. There's some really nice people in that club. And I know you have some great presenters set up with all different presentations for all different kinds of topics, like satellites and craft or kit building, and high altitude balloons. And so I was really looking forward to seeing those in person, but I did enjoy seeing them over Zoom, but I look forward even more to seeing them in person So there you go.
Yeah, and our summer program on Zoom is still available on YouTube if you want to watch it. There's 6 hours of nonstop YOTA, so you can check that out on the YOTA YouTube site. And again, youthontheair.org is where you will find all of that information. Well, Bryant, it's been great to at least talk to you again. We've been emailing a ton, but it's great to talk to you again. And I know you're making the rounds here. You've got an appearance on Ham Nation next week, and some others going around to promote this event. And you've done an excellent job of putting everything together and getting the scheduling going and getting the call signs and getting everything set up. And so I thank you once again for taking that on, and great job, and look forward to watching the numbers as the rest of December rolls on.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it, meeting a lot of new people, and thanks for all you do with the Youth on the Air Region 2 organization. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have even been possible without your support. So thanks for having me on, and hope everybody has a great night.
All right, thanks, Bryant. That's Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO. I'd like to thank him and everybody out there in cyberspace for listening tonight, and that is a wrap for this week's edition of Ham Talk Live. I'll be back next Thursday night at 9 p.m. at hamtalklive.com, and you can check out our upcoming guests also at hamtalklive.com. And if you like the show, please leave us a review. That'll help us out and help others find the show faster. So for now, this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, saying 7375, and may the good DX be yours.